Hi friends, this is Manikanta Prasanna Kumar and welcome to my channel Maths with Money. You can follow me on my Facebook page Maths with Money. Regarding myself, I was selected in RRB NTPC and also SSC CGL and I have 3 years experience in teaching quantitative aptitude. Coming to this video, it is regarding SSC CGL Mains 2018 Tier 2 questions. టైర్ 2కి సంబంధించిన క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏవైతే ఇవ్వడం జరిగిందో 3 షిఫ్ట్స్లో జరిగింది మొత్తం, అంటే 3 days, ఓకే, అండ్ 3 షిఫ్ట్స్ ఫర్ క్వాంటిటేటివ్ ఆప్టిట్యూడ్. సో మనం మొదట సెప్టెంబర్ 11th షిఫ్ట్ది చెప్పుకుంటా ఉన్నాం. ఆల్రెడీ 2 సెషన్స్ అనేవి కంప్లీట్ అయ్యాయి అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద థర్డ్ సెషన్, క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్స్ 22 to 31. బిఫోర్ స్టార్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వీడియో ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ స్మాల్ థింగ్స్. Any PDF just cost about 20 rupees. What are those PDFs? All pure maths PDFs are available. What are those pure maths PDFs? So the PDFs and not only pure maths PDFs, you will get general studies previous year questions compilation of APPSC. సో ఏపీపీఎస్సి కండక్ట్ చేసిన క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏవైతే అంటే ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఉన్నాయో వాటిలోంచి టాపిక్ వైజ్ మనం కంపైల్ చేయడం జరిగింది. సో ఈ పీడిఎఫ్ కూడా మీకు అవైలబుల్గా ఉంటుంది అండ్ దీస్ ఆర్ ద టాపిక్స్. అంతేకాకుండా ప్యూర్ మ్యాథ్స్ పీడిఎఫ్ చూసుకుంటే జామెట్రీ అండ్ మెన్సురేషన్ 2D టాపిక్ వైజ్ ట్రయాంగిల్స్, క్వాడ్రిలేటరల్స్, సర్కిల్స్, ఇన్స్క్రైబింగ్ ఫిగర్స్ అండ్ ఆల్సో మెన్సురేషన్ 3D, ఆల్జీబ్రా అండ్ ట్రిగ్నోమెట్రీ and progressions and coordinate geometry, and for APPSC DO exam candidates statistics, matrices, sets, relations and functions. All these PDFs are available now in Instamojo. You can purchase through links which were given in description lo nen links ivvadam jarigindi. You can purchase it directly. Okay, so now we'll start the main video, that is CGL 2018 mains questions of September 11th from question number 22 to 31. Let's start. (22nd). So what is this 22nd one? A shopkeeper allows 28% discount. 28% discount on the market price of an article and still makes a profit of 20%. Still makes a profit of 20%. If he gains 30 rupees 0.80 paise on the sale of one article, then what will be the cost price of the article? So he was giving discount. Definitely you have to remember two things. Discount is always given on market price. Discount is always given on market price. And profit is always observed on cost price. Okay. Profit is always observed on cost price. Okay. So here we have two percentages. One is 28% is discount and one is 20% profit. Whenever these models are come in, whether in profit and loss or percentages or simple interest and compound interest, whenever the percentage values are there, you have to convert them into ratios. That is one thing you have to remember. Okay, discount means it is remembering as please remember them as negative percentage. Okay, so I'll tell you here 28% discount, that means negative percentage. So 28% is nothing but 7/25. Clear? Okay. What about profit? Profit is always positive percentage. Similarly, loss is observed as negative percentage. So 20% is profit. 20% is converted into fractions, that is 1/5. Clear? Now we have to know one thing here. What is that? Sorry. Cost price and market price and selling price. Okay. So discount is given on market price and after that you will get selling price. Profit is observed on cost price, after that you will get selling price. Clear? So whenever these models are come, write down in this way. So now observe the values. So what is the first value? 7 by minus 7 by 25. So since discount is on marked price, if marked price is 25 parts, 7 parts is a discount. 7 parts is discount means what about the selling price? 25 minus 7, 18 parts. If marked price is 25 parts, after giving 7 rupees discount, 7 parts discount, the selling price becomes 18 parts. Clear? Next, what about profit? Profit is observed on cost price. So here, if cost price is 5 rupees, if cost price is 5 parts, one part is profit. One part is profit and cost price is 5 parts. So 5 plus 1, 6 parts is the selling price. In the first condition, you are getting selling price as 18 parts, but in the second condition, you are getting cost price as 6 parts. That's why I have to multiply 3 in the second case for all the values. Clear? So observe. What about the cost price? 5 into 3, 15 parts. If cost price is 15 parts and market price is 25 parts and selling price is how many parts? 18 parts. And what he was given? He gains 30.80 rupees. What about the gain? 1 into 3, 3 parts. 3 parts is given as 30 rupees 80 pice. And what you want to find out? Cost price of the article. Cost price. Cost price is how many parts? 15 parts. Is how much? Clear? So 3 parts is 30.80 pice. Then what about 15 parts? So you have to multiply with 5 to this. So if I multiply 5 to this, you will get it. So 5 3 is 150, 5 8 is 40. So 154 rupees. So that's it. Do you understand the concept clearly? So whenever the percentage are come in the question, you have to follow in this model. Whatever the problem may be, whether it is profit and loss, whether it is compound interest, or whether it is percentages. So write down or convert into fractions and find out the values. Okay, don't take 28% means if market price is 100 rupees, then 28% is discount. 28% discount means 72 rupees. Like that. Okay, don't do that. Clear? It is somewhat difficult. Okay, we have many formulas also for these models, but don't remember the formulas because there are unlimited models in profit and loss concept. Whether he may give a profit or he may give loss or he may increase to cost price to market price. Okay, whatever the model will come, please follow this model. Okay, in the same session I will tell you the different model of this concept. Okay, maybe question number 26 or like that. Okay, let's see. If you have any doubts, you can comment in you can ask me in comment section. Clear? Shall we go to the next question, 23rd? Let's see. The sides AB and AC of triangle ABC. AB and AC of triangle ABC are produced to P and Q respectively. The bisectors of angle CBP and angle BCQ meet at R. This R kadamma, it meet at O. A question mistake, it is O. If the measure of angle A is 44, then what is the measure of angle B of angle BOC? Of angle BOC. It is basically a general concept and a general direct formula. In the angular bisector theorem, in the angular bisector concept, I already told these formulas in my channel. If you don't watch the videos, please watch them. Okay, you can easily understand. So basically, for suppose it is a triangle ABC. It is a triangle ABC. And angle A is 44. And angle AB is produced to P. And AC is produced to Q. Okay. And bisectors of angle CBP. CBP means here it is the bisector. These two are equal. And bisector of angle BCQ. BCQ means here. These two are equal. So if they meet at O, angle of A is 44. What is the measure of half of angle BOC? So nothing but O is nothing but point of intersection of external angular bisectors of B and C. Yes. So that's why directly we have one formula, angle BOC equal to 90 minus half of angle A. So it is a direct formula for external the angle at external angular bisectors. Okay. So that's why 90 minus half of angle A is 44. So 90 minus 22. 90 minus 22 means 68. 68 degrees is angle BOC, but he was asking half of angle BOC, that is 68 by 2, that is 34 degrees. Clear? So that's why if you remember the formula directly, you can easily find out. Clear? Shall we move to the next one? Okay. 24. The ratio of the volumes of two cylinders is X is to Y and the ratio of their diameters is A is to B. What is the ratio of their heights? So cylinders, in cylinders you have to remember one thing, volume of the cylinder. What is the volume of the cylinder? Pi r square h. So if volume of the cylinder is pi r square h, tell me the proportionality between volume and radius and height. Volume is directly proportional to r square into h. So I can write down directly ikkada em adugutunnadu, he was asking ratio of their heights adugutunnadu kabatti from this I can find out h is directly proportional to v by r square, or h is directly proportional to v and inversely proportional to 1 r square, inversely proportional to r square. So h1 by h2 I can find out directly, h1 by h2 equal to v1 by v2, that is directly proportional, into inversely proportional to r, that's why r2 square by r1 square. So what is the volume of the cylinders? v1 by v2, ratio of volumes x is to y. And what is the value of a radius? r1 by r2, radius ratio and diameters ratio is same because their diameters ratio is a is to b. So diameters ratio is a is to b, then radius ratio also a is to b only. That's why radius ratio is a is to b, but here we are taking r2 by r1, that's why b is to a. So b square by a square. So what is the final answer? X b square by y a square. Where it is? Third option. It is very simple problem. Okay, but here you have to remember the formulas of cylinders, cones, cubes, like that. Okay, clear? Next one, 25. The sides of a triangle are 11, 60, 61. 11, 60, 61 are the sides of the triangle. Then what is the radius of this circle? What is the radius of the circle circumscribing the triangle? Radius of the circle which circumscribe the triangle. Triangle ni circumscribe cheyali. Okay. So you have to draw the diagram first. So first tell me what about the sides of this triangle? 11, 60, 61 are the sides of the which type of triangle? Isosceles or equilateral or right angle or scalene triangle. These are the sides of the right angle triangle because it is a triplet. 11 6 plus 60 square equal to 61 square. So it is one of the most important triplet. So that's why I know that from this, these are the sides of the right angle triangle. So that's why I draw right angle triangle with the perpendicular sides are 11, 60 and 61 is the hypotenuse. Now many people has doubt regarding circumscribing the triangle means whether it is the radius of circumcircle or it is the radius of incircle. Okay, so it is nothing but radius of the circumcircle. So that means it is the circle, sorry, Radius of the circumcircle. So now tell me, what is the radius of circumcircle in right angle triangle? Radius of the circumcircle in triangle, right angle triangle, is half of the hypotenuse. So what is the value of hypotenuse? 61 by 2, that is 30.5 centimeters. Where it is? First option. Clear? Very simple. Okay. So that's it. If you remember the formula directly, you can easily find out the answer. Next one, 26. I told the one question of the same model of 22nd one. 22nd one lage untundani cheppanu kada, this question. So see this question. A person marks his goods X% above the cost price. A person marks his goods X% above the cost price and allows a discount of 30% on the market price. He first increases his cost price to the X% and after that he allows a discount of 30% on the market price. If his profit is 5%, if his profit percentage is 5%, what is the value of X? In the same way we have to do that. 22nd ela chesamu, in the same way you have to do this also. How can we solve it? Let's see. So here we have how many percentages? 30% and 5% and X percentage, and you have to find out that X percentage. So keep aside X percentage. First write down 30%. 1 minute. Yes, 30% as ratio. That is 3 by 10. It is a discount, so minus 30%, so minus 3 by 10. And what about another percentage? 5%. It is profit, so plus 5%. That means plus 1 by 20. So I have to write down cost price and market price and selling price. Clear? Now observe clearly. In the first condition, he was given person marks his goods X% above the cost price. So he was marking X% above the cost price. Very good. And allows a discount of 30%. So discount is always on market price. Discount is always on market price and the final value is selling price. 30% means 3 by 10. If the market price is 10 parts, he was given 3 parts is discount. So what about the final selling price? 7 parts. Okay. Very good. Next. If his profit is 5%, profit is always observed on cost price. 5% means 1 by 20. That means if cost price is 20 parts, 1 part is profit, 1 part is profit. So what about the selling price? What about the selling price? It is equal to 21 parts. So in this condition, that is second condition, 20 parts becomes 21. That means selling price is 21. But in this case, it is only 7 parts. So you have to multiply with 3. You have to multiply with 3. Clear? So 7 into 3. So here also I have to multiply with 3. Clear? So now what about the selling price? 21. What about the market price? 10 into 3, 30. What about the cost price? 20. So 20 parts is cost price and market price is 30. So how much it was increased? How much it was increased? 10 parts it was increased. How much? 10 parts it is increased. Upon how much? 20 into 100. So 10 ones, 10 twos, 2 ones, 2 50s. So 50% is increase in cost price, that is X percentage. So that he was asking, a person marks his goods X% above the cost price. Here we are getting how much increase? 50%. So it is nothing but X value. So what is the value of X? 50%. Many of people think this was something, it was taking some time, more time. But when you practice more number of models, definitely I'll assure you, you will solve these models within very less time. Okay, that's for sure. Follow this method, then you can understand. Definitely it will take less than 20 seconds. Okay, clear? Any doubt? If anybody has doubt, you can ask me in comment section. Next, see the 27. In triangle ABC, D and E are the points on the sides AB and BC respectively, and such that DE parallel to AC. If AD is to DB is 5 is to 3, then what is the ratio of the area of triangle BDE to the trapezium ACD? So whenever these models are come, you have to draw the diagram first. For suppose it is a triangle ABC. DE is parallel to AC, that's why I take these points are AC and it is DE. So it is B. AD is to DB, that is it is 5 parts and it is how many parts? 3 parts. Okay, what is the ratio of the area of triangle BDE? BDE means this triangle to the this part, that is trapezium. Okay, so basically this model is can be solved using similar triangles. Okay, so I told these type of models in similar triangles video. If anybody didn't watch that video, please watch that video. Okay, so whenever two triangles ABC and there is a parallel line DE, definitely the smaller triangle ADE and ABC are similar, and the ratio of the sides, corresponding side square ratio is equal to the area of the squares ratio, sorry, area of the triangles ratio. Yes, so that's why if it is 3 parts and it is 5 parts, what about the total? 8 parts. Okay, that's why the smaller triangle BDE area of triangle BDE to triangle BAC are in the ratio of 3 by 8, because it is 3 parts and its corresponding side is 8 parts whole square, that is a 9 by 64. That means BDE is 9 parts and total triangle is 64. Total triangle is 64 parts. Total triangle is 64 parts. Out of 64 parts, the smaller triangle is 9 parts. What about the remaining trapezium? Remaining trapezium is 64 minus 9, that is 55 parts. Now you have to find out the ratio of these two, that is it is 9 parts and trapezium is 55 parts. So 9 is to 55 is the correct answer. That's it. So using similar triangle concept, you can easily solve it. Okay. Next, 28. The average of 13 numbers. The average of 13 numbers is 47. The average of the first 3 numbers is 39, and that of next 7 numbers is 49, and the 11th number is 2 times the 12th number, and the 12th number is 3 less than the 13th number, and what is the average of 11th and 13th numbers? So basically it is one of the important model coming in the previous exam of SSC from SSC 2018 CGL and 2018 CPO and 2019 CGL and 2019 CPO. సో ఈ 4 ఎగ్జామ్స్లో కూడా ఇలాంటి మోడల్స్ అనేవి మోస్ట్ రిపీటెడ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అయిపోయాయి అనమాట. ఇన్ ఎవ్రీ షిఫ్ట్ యు ఆర్ అబ్జర్వింగ్ దీస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మోడల్స్. సో హౌ కెన్ యూ సాల్వ్ దీస్ మోడల్స్ ఇన్ లెస్ టైమ్? So I'll tell you, this is very easy. The average of 30 numbers is 47. So since average of all the numbers is 47, I'll take all the numbers as 47. Okay, I'll take all the numbers as 47. Suppose all the, so for suppose if average is 47, clearly. Okay, here first 3 numbers, here 1, 2, 3, first 3 numbers average is how much? 39. Very good. Okay, what about the average of next 7 numbers? Average of the next 7 numbers, that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Average of these 7 numbers is 49. Average of these 7 numbers is 49. Okay, and 11th number is 2 times the 12th number. 11th number is 2 times the 12th number. Suppose 12th number is x, what about the 11th number? 2x, because it was 2 times the 12th number. And 12th number is 3 less than the 13th number. If x is the 12th number, Then what about the 13th number? X plus 3. Clear? It was 11th and it was 12th and it is 13th. Okay. What is the average of the 11th and 13th numbers? What is the average of 11th? 11th number is 2x and 13th is x plus 3. So you have to find out finally 2x plus x plus 3 by 2. 3x plus 3 by 2 means finally you have to find out 3 by 2 into x plus 1. You have to find out this value. But how do you find out the value of x? X ఎలా find out చేస్తాం? That is very very important. Here the options are 57 and 54.5 and 53.5 and 56. These are the options. Okay, some other two options are missing here. It is option A, option B, option C and option D for suppose. Okay. So how we solve it? I'll take, since average of 30 numbers is 47, I'll take all the numbers as 47. All the numbers as 47, definitely the average is 47. Yes. But here it was given as, first three numbers are 39. Comparing to average, how much they are less? Which number, how much they are less? 8. Yes, minus 8. But for one number it was minus 8, but here we have three numbers. So 3 into minus 8, minus 24. Clear? Similarly, these seven numbers average is 49. How much it is more than 47? 2. Yes. For one number it is plus 2, but it has 7 numbers. So what is the overall average? 7 into 2, 14. 14 is the extra comparing to the overall average. Clear? And what about these three? I am assuming all these three numbers are 47, 47, 47. So what about the sum of these three numbers? 47 into 3. Clear? 47 into 3. Now tell me, what about the minus 24 plus 14? Minus 24 plus 14 is equal to, minus 24 plus 14 equal to minus 10. Clear? So finally I can tell you 2x plus x. I'll tell you one thing. Finally I can write this 47 into 3 minus 10. 47 into 3 minus 10 is equal to how much? 2x plus x, that is sum of the values. Do you understand the concept here? I am telling, comparing with overall average or overall mean. Okay, combination of our combined mean concept is applied here. Okay, I am applying the combined mean. So when I am applying combined mean here, for one number the sum or it varies with minus 8. So for three numbers it is minus 24. For one number it is plus 2. So for all the numbers 7 into 2, 14. So overall minus 10. So here we are getting 47 into 3. Here we are getting minus 10. So 47 into 3. Here we are doing some mistake. 1 minute. It is not minus 10. Okay. 1 minute. Let's see. 2x plus x plus 3 minus 10, because sum of this value with this value minus 10 is equal to 47 into 3, because here we are getting less than 10. Okay, compared with 47 into 3. That's why what is the value of 47 into 3? It is equal to sum of these three observations plus extra or lesser observation. Ante extra uste extra add chestaru, takku uste takku teesestaru. Okay, so finally what is the value? 2x plus x plus x, 4x plus 3 equal to 47 into 3. 47 into 3 means 141. 141 minus 10 at the plus 10, 151. So what is the value of 4x? 151 minus 3, that is 148. So what is the value of x? 30, 37. So here I am getting what? X equal to 37. So what is the final answer? 3 by 2 into x plus 1. So what is the value of final? What is the average of 11th and 13th numbers? 3 by 2 into x plus 1, 37 plus 1. 37 plus 1 is 38, 2 ones, 2 19s. 19 into 3, 57. 57 is the first option. I'll explain once again. Okay, here the observations average is 47. Okay, so that's why I'm taking here combined observations, because first 3 numbers average is different, next 7 numbers average is different, next numbers average is different. Okay, first 3 numbers average is 39. So what about the extra we are having with overall average? Minus 8. But here 3 observations is there. Sum of those observations is equal to 3 into minus 8, minus 24. Okay, clear? And next, sum of these 7 observations is 7 into 2, 14. Here sum of the observations is 2x plus x plus x plus 3. So that's why all the sum of the observations equal to 47 into 3. So 2x plus x plus x plus 3, and here sum of these observations, first 10 observations is minus 10. So 2x plus x plus x plus 3 minus 10 equal to 47 into 3. Okay, so finally you will get x equal to 37, and you have to find out the average of 11th and 13th numbers, that is 3 by 2 into x plus 1. So finally you are getting 57. Clear? And next one, 29th. Yes, another important one. In a school, 4 by 9 of the number of students. In a school, 4 by number of students are girls and the rest are boys. 2 by 5 of the number of boys are below 12 years of age, and 5 by 12 of the number of girls are 12 years or above 12 years of age. If the number of students below 12 years of age is 480, then 5 by 18 of the total number of the students in the school. You don't find out the total number of the students. You have to find out the 5 by 18 of the total number of students. What is the answer? Okay. So whenever these models are given, so don't take, wait. Yes, sorry. So here the values, fractions are given up. Using that fractions you have to solve the problems. Okay. 4 by 9, 2 by 5, sorry, it is 3 by 5, like that. It is 2 by 5, not 3. Sorry, it is 3 by 5 only. Yes, it is 3 by 5, and it is 5 by 12, and it is 5 by 18. So I will tell you the procedure in short way. So 4 by 9 of the number of students. If total number of students are 9, observe carefully, very very important model here it is. So if total number of students are 9, out of 9 students, some are boys and some are girls. Okay, so 4 by 9, out of 9 students, 4 students are girls. So 4 students are girls, and what about the rest? And the rest are boys. So out of total students, 9 lo 4 members girls aithe, what about the remaining number? 5 is boys. Okay, very well. Next, 3 by 5 of the number of boys are below 12 years of age. Out of boys, in boys some are less than 12 and some are greater than 12. Similarly in girls also, some are less than 12 and some are greater than 12. Okay, what he was asking, given 3 by 5 of the number of boys. If 5 boys are there, out of 5 boys 3 are less than 12. Here 5 boys only there, so out of 5 boys 3 are less than 12. So what about the remaining 5 minus 3? 2 are more than 12 years of age. And next, 5 by 12 of the number of girls. Out of 12 girls, 5 girls are more than 12 are more than 12 years of age. Out of 12, 5 are more than 12 years of age. But here how many girls? 4 girls are there only. Yes, that's why you have to multiply with 3 to get the 12. Yes or no? So that's why I am here multiplying with 3. If here I am multiplying with 3, definitely here also multiplying with 3, here also multiplying with 3. Clear? But here 5 multiplied with 3, definitely here also multiplying with 3, here also multiplying with 3. Clear? Now next, out of 12 members of girls, 5 are more than 12. 12లో 5 more than 12 అయితే what about less than 12? 12 minus 5, that is 7 members. Clear? Finally, observe, out of 5 into 3, 15 boys, 3 into 3, 9 boys are less than 12, 2 into 3, 6 boys are more than 12, and 7 girls are less than 12, and 5 girls are more than 12. So after writing this tree diagram, you can easily solve it. What he was given, number of students below 12 years of age. Below 12 years of age means 9 and 7. 9 plus 7 how much? 16. 16 parts is given as 480 members. So what about one part? 16 1, 16 3s. So one part is 30. One part is 30 members. Yes, 30 students. But what he was asking? 5 by 18 of the total number of students. 5 by 18 of the total number of students. What about the total number of students? 9 into 3, 27. 5 by 18 of 27 into one part is 30 members. So into 30. It is equal to how much? 9 2s, 9 3s, 2 1s, 2 15s. 15 3s 45, 45 5s 225. So what is the answer? 225. So this is the simple method. So do you have any other method to solve this model in very short time? Please tell me in the comment section. I hope this is the easy approach or less time approach to solve this model. Okay. Let's see the next one. If the radius of the base of the cone is doubled, and the volume of the new cone is 3 times the volume of the original cone, then what will be the ratio of the height of the original cone to the new cone? So basically, what is the volume of the cone? 1/3 pi r square h. But here 2 different cones are there, that's why I have to write down the proportionality. Volume proportional to r square h. Volume proportional to r square h. So if volume proportional to r square h, but he was asking ratio of heights. So what is the ratio of heights? Heights proportional to v by r square. So h1 by h2 is equal to v1 by v2 into r2 by r1 whole square. And then because inversely proportional to radius. So from this I can easily find out v1 by v2. What about the volume of the initial cone? Volume of the new cone is 3 times the volume of the original cone. If volume of the original cone is 1 part, volume of the new cone is 3 parts because it is 3 times. And radius of the base of the cone is doubled. That means if radius of the initial cone is 1 part, what about the radius of the new cone? 2 parts whole square. 2 square is 4 and 3. 4 by 3 is the correct answer. That is second option. Clear? Simple concept, proportionality. And last problem for this session, that is 31. What is the value of cosecant 65 plus theta minus secant 25 minus theta plus tan square 20 minus cosecant square 70? So these are very easy models. Okay. So I'll tell you basic thing and I also tell you procedure. Okay. Okay. So here if you observe 65 plus theta and 25 minus theta, cosecant 65 plus theta minus secant 25 minus theta plus tan square 20 minus cosecant square 70. If you observe the here angle 65 plus theta plus 25 minus theta, theta cancel, 65 plus 25 90 degrees. What about 20 and 70, sum of these two angles, it is also 90 degrees. Here what he was given, they are complementary angles. Ain't angles? Complementary angles. So if I take it is alpha and if I take it is beta, and alpha plus beta is a 90, then what about the beta? 90 minus alpha. So now tell me, what about the value of secant beta? Secant beta is secant 90 minus alpha, that is cosecant alpha. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు రాసుకోండి డైరెక్ట్గా కొసీకెంట్ ఆల్ఫా మైనస్ సీకెంట్ బీటా ప్లస్లో రాయొచ్చు కొసీకెంట్ ఆల్ఫా ప్లస్ tan square 20 minus 70 can be written as 70 and 20 are complementary angles. So cosecant square 70 can be written as secant square 20. So here these two are cancelled out, and secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1. We have an identity in trigonometry, but here it was given reverse, that is tan square theta minus secant square theta. So it is equal to how much? Minus 1, where it is third option. Clear? So in this way you can solve the problems in trigonometry. Okay, so with this I'll conclude this session, and in the next session I'll tell the next 10 questions of the September 11th exam. Okay, thank you very much, have a good day, all the best and take care. Jai Hind.